Okay, so I'm going to make a quick video on just some of the weirder stuff that I did for modifications on my tank, I guess, just to kind of, because there's a lot of like stuff that I did that's just kind of, you don't notice really right away. Let's start at the front. So, oh no, come on now. So in the front, you see inside of my driver's hatch, there's a tritium light bar in there. Actually, it's like radioactive tritium. Hang on, the cat's nudging the camera. It's radioactive tritium, so it lights up. You can close that too. No. Goes down nice and straight, eh? Yeah, it's a little light up. You can see it at night, quite good. Miles, come on, always here for videos. Another thing would be, obviously my on-off switch is on my gun barrel. I made that out of an actual little piece of teak or some weird wood. Ends pieces of brass, it's the jack block. These open up. Like there's nothing in there other than the battery. You can see if there's batteries in it, I guess. I know the hinge is supposed to be on the inside. I don't care. It was interfering. Those other style hinges would interfere with the where I've placed my batteries, so it's scale enough. I don't care as long as they function. Another thing, where the gun would normally be on the mantlet, that's a camera. That pod thingy right there, that's the transmitter's antenna. I've kind of camouflaged it back there somewhat. Also the two little eye hole things you'll see, those are laser sights now, for the gun. Relatively sighted in, probably to about 20 feet. After that, it's kind of can go wherever, I guess. Added log on the side. That was a piece of beaver wood. You can see little beaver teeth marks in it. And then I made some barbed wire to go around it there. And then the cat. Oh, my headlights work too, obviously. What other weird stuff? This here opens up. You get some little shelves and packages or whatever you want to call them on there. They're not like whatever, they're just stuff I had just to make it look cool. If you could pop it open, you know what I mean? Have that open with the little shelves and stuff in there. Anyway, that just closes up. Something else that opens on it actually here. I'm gonna have to turn it on to turn the turret. Just give me a second here. So also this little hatch, let's see if I can do this with one hand now. This would be fun. I gotta get a camera that I don't have to hold. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? What's it touching? Didn't do a good job straightening the turret. Come on. There. And it latches itself there. Well, come on. Anyway, I made a little engine. Sort of details in there. Can you stop? Go over there. Come on, just sit down or something. Made some engine sort of details, mostly just because that's where my regulator and everything is. So if I want to turn the pressure up on my cannon, I turn that knob there, which is attached to the regulator. DMD control units kind of underneath all that stuff there. And then I added two little, oh, you can't see them. I added two fans to my DMD control unit, just to help cool it off, because it's just heat sinks, they're all kind of shoved in there, so I've got too many fans up in there. Can't see them in there, but they're up there. And then the rest of this is just to kind of look scale. You can see you got the little engine lid there with some little tools there. Pretty crude stuff, I know, but it looks good from 20 feet. And then you can just close your little lid here again. There's a catch on the back that you gotta make sure you don't smash that off. And that's held down with some magnets. And apparently held down with the cat's nose also. There, snap that guy back into place. What other stuff? Also, my little light in the back, my convoy light, that's also a tritium bar, red tritium bar. It lasts for about, I don't know, what, 15 years, tritium, something like that. Anyway, you can see it at night, it looks kind of cool. Also, here, let me just fire it back on again real quick. So I'll show you here also. So mine has smoke. I'll just let this bind. Hang on a sec. So for me to turn my smoke on, so smoke is on now. Just give it a sec to warm up. It's also proportional, so I have two pumps. One runs the smoke, the pump just runs regularly with the heater, and then a second pump is run in parallel with my one of my drive engines, so that it'll give you like throttle smoke. I just added oil to it. It's not going to smoke tons because I added lots of oil. So just give it a sec to warm up here. I guess while we're doing that, I'll show you also. So if I want to turn my lights on, it's on a momentary switch on this here. So I up once. Oh, hang on, I didn't get it. Sometimes the switch is sticky in there, so because it's a momentary switch. There we go. Yeah, sometimes I have to do it twice. Anyway, it's not a big deal. But so that turns on the headlights and the laser pointer that you can see there for the gun sighting. And it also turns the camera on. Now inside here I can turn the camera, the laser camera off. See the red dot down there, that's a switch. I can manually turn off the laser and camera and just have the headlights on there if I wanted to too. And yeah, it works pretty good at night. And especially for sighting the gun, because otherwise you have no idea what you're shooting at unless you're looking down the length of the barrel. Unless you're using the camera, which looks down the length of the barrel also. But yeah, the laser dot makes it certainly easier to use for sighting the gun in. You can see the exhaust is smoking again now. It's warmed up. And if I give it some gas, it's kind of hard to tell when it's moving, I guess. But anyway, it's proportional, so that the more throttle you give it, the more it comes out. That's about all of the weird things that I got done with it. I mean, recoil works, and along with there's no bullets in it right now. I mean, recoil works. It's got the old slow tamiya recoil, but whatever. I think that's probably it. Oh yeah, I mean, this opens up because I have some little parts in there for loading the gun. I know it doesn't hinge the way it's supposed to, but it's good enough. Let's turn all this off, it's really loud. So pump and lights are off. And just shut her off. So I think that's everything. I had a little toe thing too. You can see it's even got a little bar in there that you could tow something if you wanted to, but not gonna, obviously. It probably just bust off. Yeah, okay. Anyway, there's always something that I think of later that I was like, oh yeah, I should have put this on the video, but I don't know. I think that's probably it, I guess. But, yeah, anyway, that's just an overview of it. I like this tank. It's fun, and the gun's pretty potent on it, actually. It's one of my stronger firing CO2 guns, probably because the barrel's 12 inches long, but yeah, it's a good one. Anyway, alright, that's just a quick overview of some of the eclectic mods that I did to this, I guess you could say. Okay, have a good one.